Right, let's move on and talk about something else you might have seen in the news. Liverpool Council bosses have bought Everton's Finch Farm training ground in a £12 million deal. It's hoped the move will ease the Blues' financial pressures. The Mayor of Liverpool, Joe Anderson, says the council has used its borrowing power to buy the land in Hellwood, then rent it back to the club. And we can speak to the Mayor now. Good evening to you, Joe Anderson.
Good evening, Simon.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, very well, thank you. And where are you finding this £12 million?
Well, look, we're a big, if you like, player in the city. And it's in times of austerity and cuts, we have to do innovative things. Now, one of the things that we're doing is borrowing money to invest, to make things happen. Like, for instance, the exhibition centre down at the King's Dock, which is an investment, about 49 million that we're making in that, which is going to bring a four-star hotel, create an exhibition centre and create 300 jobs. It's that type of thing that we're doing that is beneficial to the city. This deal that we've done with Everton is a deal that means that we borrow the money, we get a return on that, a revenue return on that annually. That means we have that revenue coming into the city. And over the lifetime of the deal, it means that the city is financially better off in terms of the money we've invested, the money that we get back. It's a good deal for Everton too, because it's a better deal than they had originally. So they're happy. So, the fact of the matter is innovative deals and things like this are done for the benefit of the city, and it will benefit the city. Otherwise, it wouldn't be done. It's as simple as that.
So what
we're getting is silly people out there saying that I'm doing it because I'm an Evertonian, and how can we do it when we're in times of cuts? Well, look. We can't borrow to pay revenue, in other words, to run services. It's illegal anyway, but we simply can't do it. But we can borrow for investment that gives us a return. Now, the money that we get over the lifetime of this deal will go back into providing services to the people of the city.
How long are the terms of the deal?
Well, look, what I'm not going to do is talk commercially about that deal.
Why not?
Well, because it's simply not right to do, because we've got a company that we've, if you like, negotiated with, a deal and the repayments of that, and simply, I'm not prepared to put in public what those repayments are. But the lifetime of the deal is around about 20 years.
So, and this is a private company, right, that you're borrowing from?
We're borrowing from, we can borrow money far cheaply than Everton Football Club or other companies, and that's what we do.
But you're not prepared to say where from?
Well, look, I mean, I think that would be totally wrong to actually say where we're borrowing it from. The bottom line is we are, in the same way that we're investing in the arena, and we don't go and say when we've made that deal where we got the money from. People are happy with us because we've done that, and it creates 300 jobs and a huge investment in the city.
And you've done a lot of this. You mentioned the exhibition centre. That was 49 million.
As well.
And you're finding 200 million for potholes too.
Well, we're going to have to, because quite simply, if we don't, then the roads get worse, and it costs us more money as we pay out claims that people make.
Makes sense.
Again, so we've got to do it, and we've not only done it with Everton Football Club, not only have we done it with the exhibition centre, we'll do it where it makes commercial sense.
But that's £261 million I've just totted up there of debt.
So what do you want us to do then? Wrap the city up in aspic and do nothing, and don't create jobs, or don't create wealth, or don't create opportunities?
No, but does that not concern you, piling up that amount of debt? Are you sure it's all going to come back?
Well, of course we are, and if we didn't have the money to repay it, then the deal that we're going to do over the roads, for instance, will be restructured in a way that it'll be over 20 years or 25 years, whatever we agree with, but that it'll be paid back, and it's something that we're being forced to do because we have no option. Otherwise, we get complaints. People will ring you up, and then you'll probably ask me questions.
Sure.
Why are we allowing the city to have potholes all over it?
Fully understand that.
So we've got to do something, Simon. Doing nothing isn't an option. But to those people who say, well, look, how can you do this when we're making cuts? Well, look, we can't borrow to replace the cuts and the government cuts. Simply, it's not legal for us to do things.
So you couldn't funnel this into social services, for example? No,
absolutely not. We're not allowed, because that's revenue, and and you can't fund revenue. You can't borrow.
That clears that
revenue. So it's simple. What I'm trying to do is look to the city's future as funding cuts come from central government. Is to make sure that we've got more money coming in. We've got a turnover of £1,400,000,000. We're a big company. We're a big player, and the city and businesses expect us to actually do things that create jobs and create investment in the city. So
I'm not sure how it's a good deal for Everton, though, because the likelihood is that £12 million will be swallowed up in the debt that they are currently mired in, and so they're going to end up paying rent to you for a number of years as a result.
Well, what I can say to you, and all I will say to you, because it's up to Everton to comment on it as they see fit, but what I can say to you is that Everton, with Liverpool City Council, have reached an agreement on this, because, look, we didn't go knocking on Everton's door or whatever. They've approached us. It means that they've renegotiated a better deal for them, which saves them money. Now, if Liverpool Football Club would have approached us and we could have helped in that way, or any company in some ways that we can help in that way, that's what we'll do. It's tough times out there, and the bottom line is we've got to work in partnership with people. We're working with Liverpool Football Club behind the scenes. We make an announcement next week on the progress that we're making there, and we'll help our clubs because they're vital to the city and important to our city.
But Everton will be paying you back, won't they, for a goodly time?
Absolutely will. And not only, as I said, but Everton are happy with that. So are we. We end up getting more money as a result of the deal that we've done with Everton. And Everton also, they tell us that they've got a better deal because it simply means that they are not paying back in interest or payments as much as they were. So they're happy and we're happy. And the bottom line is that we wouldn't be doing it if we weren't making a good deal out of it.
OK, Mayor Joe Anderson, thanks a lot for being on the programme.
Welcome, Simon.
Appreciate your time there.
Bye-bye.
That's the Mayor of Liverpool, Joe Anderson.